that and kind of show it off.
Yeah. So going from left to right, we have, I've collected a number of sets to kind of show off today. These are some of our 40-player raid sets available from Clean the Datascape content. So from left to right, we have a Stalker set here. Spell Slinger set, if you're into that. We have an Esper set with lots of glowies. We have an Engineer set for those who are friendly. And of course we have our Medic set. It's really clear that it's a Medic set. I mean, come on. Super fancy, very technical. Now, I think it's worth pointing out that there are 2 versions of each of these sets, in addition to there being a number of different sub-tiers of itemization within these spaces. There's going to be a support version and an assault version for every class. For the uninitiated in WildStar, every class has a support role and an assault role. So everybody can kind of do DPS if they want, but then they also have the ability to either tank or heal. So there are different sets available in these spaces for those players. So yeah, that's some of our raid gear right there. You can see that my Draken here is already wearing the Warrior set.
So dope.
I don't think our shoulder plates are big enough.
Yeah, I think the shoulder plates are plenty big enough.
Get that flex.
Oh, there it is. Hashtag WildStar. All right, so
tell your friends.
Tell your friends. So that's a lot of the really important stuff that I want to talk about as it relates to itemization systems. There's one last bit that I didn't go over, and that is Elder Gems. Now, Elder Gems, again, for the uninitiated, is a cap level currency that you earn in WildStar for completing any kind of content you like. So how does that work? Every 75,000 experience points that you would have earned before are instead called Elder Points once you reach level 50, which is our level cap. So once you earn 75,000 of these Elder Points, which are, again, essentially experience points, and once you earn 75,000 of these Elder Points, they convert to an Elder Gem. A gem, this Elder Gem, is a form of currency that you can use to buy a number of different things, whether they be raid armor, or dungeon items, or costume items, or any kind of mount customization equipment that you've seen in some of our trailers. Much of that stuff is available on the Elder Gem vendor specifically. Now, to prevent you guys from grinding your faces off in order to get all the sweetest rewards, we only let you earn 140 of these a week from the conversion of experience points. But there are other methods of earning these as well. You'll have to find when you're playing the game. So that's really important to us. But again, harkening back to my earlier comments about needing to participate in the content in order to get the gear, if you want to get, again, there's some raid gear available on the Elder Gem vendor. But in order to buy that gear, you need to have an achievement indicating that you've killed the boss that gear would normally drop from. So that's important to us. We need to make sure that you've actually gone and done the content. This is here as a supplement to your gear, not a primary source of gear. You're not going to be buying all of your stuff. You're going to be trying to roll on that stuff in raids. You're going to be using DKP or whatever, Suicide Kings, whatever bizarre system your guild uses. Or you're going to be in dungeons and you're going to be rolling that stuff using our need to greed system. So all that stuff's available to you. But yeah, I mean that's a lot of the stuff that I want to talk about today.
What about the fancy schmancy item that you got?
Oh jeez, I didn't want to talk about
this.
Do it. All right. Okay. So there's one more thing. This is not scripted. All right. So there's one more thing that I will talk about because I was kind of on the fence, but you just talked me into it. All right. So because I have a little bit more time. So we have a thing called artifacts in WildStar, and this is basically, I talked about how there's epics and they're purple, and there's legendaries and they're orange, and those are fantastic, right? So they're the creme de la creme. But then there's artifacts. So it goes purple, orange, pink. Pink is good.
That pink though?
Oh, that pink though. So, artifact weapons, again, we have 2 versions for every class. There's a support version and there's an assault version. We don't want to make it so just stalkers get their claws. And that's it for the expansion. That's not what we're going to do, no. So everybody has the ability to earn their artifact weapon, assuming they're able to participate in the most difficult content in WildStar, and then also get lucky. So, that is available to you. But let's talk about what makes these actually special, okay?
Let's take a second to just look at how dope this sword is. Look at... Oh, damn.
It's pretty nice. This is a very shiny sword, and it gets much shinier as you power it up, because once again, this item has imbuements associated with it. So, let's talk about that really quick. I'm going to hit you guys with a tooltip. It's going to blow your mind. Boom. All right. So,
blood out.
So this item initially has some really, really good stats. It has really, really good assault power. Support power, not assault power, it's really bad assault power. Really good support power. This is a tanking sword, okay? Fantastic tanking sword, hence the steadfast. However, if you want to unlock all of the potential of this weapon, you're going to have to go do some really crazy stuff to unlock all these extra stats. And I'll tell you, some of them get really complex. There is a special proc you can get at the end of the current legacy line for the artifact weapons that is, again, unique only to these weapons. And again, it's going to make you very, very powerful. But to do that, the last step of that line is going to require that you kill 2 40-man raid bosses at the same time. Wow. Special ones, they're summoned only for this, that you will have never seen before.
Hold on, wait. Did you say at the same time, Joe?
It's essentially an 80-player raid fight. So that's pretty good. I have watched many testers destroy themselves on that fight.
That's good.
And giggled.